on the vlog again. Just can't wait to do a vlog again. The life I love is making vlogs for my friends, and I can't wait to do a vlog again. Doing a vlog again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to do a vlog again. Hello everyone and welcome back to The Top Vloggers. As always, I am your host, High and Mighty Joe, hanging out with
your co-host, the lovely Cat.
And as you can see, we have Aaron in the back. It is going to be another fun and exciting day at the Honeywell Center. We are going to continue to view the art gallery, and we're going to even take a look at the lower level as well.
You can join us on all of our social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Top Vloggers. Also, if you'd like to help us reach the top, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/thetopvloggers. Without your help and support, these vlogs will be almost impossible to do. There will be a link in the description below.
If you are new here, don't forget you can hit that subscribe button, take it one step further, and ring the notification bell. Keep you up to date on all the future adventures that will be going on our channel. So let's get going.
Wasps, India ink on watercolor paper. It's 22 by 30 in size, and it's on sale for $3,650. Butterfly on flower, India ink on watercolor paper. Size is 15 by 20. Price is $1,650. I grew up out here. Oil on canvas. Size is 10 by 20. Price is $340. Butterfly cocoon on iris bud, India ink on watercolor paper. Size is 15 by 20. Price is $1,650. Nevergreen oil on canvas. Size 30 by 40. Price $2,050. Ants on rose stem, India ink on watercolor paper. Size 22 by 30. Price $3,650.
Shoreline oil on canvas, 16 by 20, $800. Butterfly India ink on watercolor, 5 by 7, $700. Hidden whale oil on canvas, 12 by 12, $245. Butterfly on iris, India ink on watercolor paper, 15 by 20, and the price is $1,650. Praying mantis, India ink on watercolor paper, 22 by 30, and the price is $3,650.
You can't hide from the sunlight in Michigan. Oil on canvas, 16 by 20, $800. Flood 2020, oil on canvas, 51 by 51, $4,600. Dragonfly 2, India ink on watercolor paper, 22 by 30, and this one is sold. Pollination, India ink on watercolor paper, 9 by 12, $900. Into the Woods, oil on paper, framed, 17 by 17, $490.
Now this one is Into the Woods 2 oil on paper, framed, 23 by 28, and it's $1,100. Hummingbird on cone flower, white ink on watercolor paper, 11 by 15, and the price is $1,150. Hollyhocks and birds, ink and acrylic on watercolor paper, 11 by 15, $1,150. Self-reflection, ink on paper, 10 by 15 and a half, $260. A Light at Night, watercolor on paper, 25 by 12, $800. This one is Snail and Pottery, $1,650. Very beautiful. This one over here, this one's called Morning Light and Indie, oil on canvas, 12 by 12, $245.
Ladybug on flower, India ink on watercolor paper, 9 by 12, $900.
Ant on flower, India ink on watercolor paper, 5 by 7, $700. Into the Woods, oil on canvas, 20 by 24, $810. Hummingbird and Nest, India ink on watercolor paper, 9 by 12, $900. Be on the Day Lily, India ink on watercolor paper, 11 by 15, $1,150.
Into the Woods 3, oil on paper, framed, 23 by 28, $1,100. Lightning Bug, white ink on watercolor paper, 11 by 15, $1,150. Jumanji, oil on canvas, 51 by 51, $4,600.
I really like that.
It is neat. Nightingale and Angel Trumpet, white ink and acrylic on watercolor paper, 22 by 30, $3,650. The committee's program for the 1940-1941 season included addresses by playwright Noel Coward, Dean of the Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism, Dr. Carl W. Ackerman, Archduke Felix of Austria, and Australian Minister to the United States, Richard Casey. Though a lifelong resident of Wabash, Mark Honeywell maintained several residences. The most spectacular were the Winter Mansion at Miami Beach and the cottage at Boca Chica Cay in the Florida Keys.
And here we can see some of the other pictures. Right here is a picture of the lighthouse at the Boca Chica Cay in 1941. And then we can see over here, this is the 80-foot houseboat of the Oliviette, which was named for the first Mrs. Honeywell in Boca Chica Harbor in 1940. And then down here in this picture, you can see that this is the mansion at Miami Beach, which provided Mr. Honeywell with the perfect setting in which to indulge his passion as an amateur filmmaker. So, yeah, this definitely brings, and of course, you know, they just had, you know, here's Mark and Eugenia Honeywell at their Miami Beach house in 1942.
MC Honeywell Productions, recording sound, do not knock or ring bell. This warning was on a sign above the door of the Honeywell Movie Picture Studio at Miami Beach, Florida. There was no attempt made by the head of the Mark C. Honeywell Productions to commercialize his movies, but he was so fascinated with his hobby that he became quite an expert at picture making. His studio was complete at every detail with proper acoustics and a special framework for lights and used during the filming of scenes. The finest equipment was used for making black and white, sound, and color movies. Much of the equipment was designed by Mark. In a Miami magazine, Society Pictorial, the owner is quoted as saying that his aim was to do on a small scale what Hollywood does in a big way. The actual making of movies intrigued Mr. Honeywell so much that he made this hobby into a serious one, and although he was only an amateur photographer, he proved to be a first-class artist. No detail escaped his attention. In fact, a tiny insect in the heart of a flower sometimes held the center of the stage for a moment. A bumblebee in search of honey became, in one beautiful color picture, the most interesting part of it. There was a period during which Mr. Honeywell made 2 feature pictures a year, in addition to several newsreels and shorter films. 1 mile north of Wabash, the present Wabash Country Club clubhouse was originally Mr. Honeywell's studio for developing and showing moving pictures. The building, with its 5 levels, has a fairy-story appearance. On the lower level, there was a dark room. On the main floor, a cutting room and theater, a soundproofing project room, and an office were located in the balcony. A screen for showing pictures was on the east wall of the present Country Club lounge. On the 4th level, there was a complete apartment, and on the 5th level, there was another very small one.
That is one beautiful mural. I have to admit, I really do like it. Now, this is the Nixon room on the lower level. And as you can see, they show projections in here of probably different films and things like that. As you see over there, you got the Dr. James Ford Historic Home, which we have been by and we will be going to. Charlie Creek Gardens right there. That's another vlog upcoming. So definitely some beautiful stuff right here that the Honeywell Center has decided to show you. And then this is known as the Crystal Room. Can you guys look at the chandeliers and wonder why it's named the Crystal Room? I can only imagine. It's very beautifully done. I have to admit, I like this for sure. And they got, like I said, a little curtain up there for small performances. It looks like. I love the glass on this side of the wall too. And they even got a skating rink as well here on the lower level. That's really cool. So a lot of things to do right here in Wabash at the Honeywell Center. And now we're going to go back up on this elevator. Well, thank you so much for coming on this vlog. I hope you guys had a tremendous time as always. I enjoy bringing the vlogs to you. And this one was really nice. Mr. Honeywell seemed to like to do a lot for the movies, and we definitely like to watch movies, and this is kind of like making movies what we do too. You know, it's a little bit different scale, but definitely something that we enjoy. So we're going to say goodbye for here today in front of the Honeywell Center, and we will see you again tomorrow. Top Vloggers out!